Hey, good morning. Well, another slight change of plans. So, because the trail was closed due to the head fire between the Oregon California border all the way down to Etna, the original plan then was to skip that section because there were mandatory evacuations and get a ride to Etna. However, we're getting mixed reports that south of Etna may have some wildfire activity. So, I've hitched down to Dunsmuir here at Interstate 5, which ironically is where I finished the trail 3 years ago, and I'm going to go northbound toward Etna. Yes, there may be some fires in the Trinity Wilderness north of here, so I'm going to monitor that closely, and hopefully I'll be able to get to Etna and then turn around and come southbound right back here. That'll make up the miles that I missed between the border with Oregon and Etna. So it should be the same amount of miles total, but of course I will keep safety in mind. So, but for now, I gotta hike on. Hey look, a blowdown. Yep, I'm definitely on the trail. Now entering Castle Craig's Wilderness. Well, there's something I haven't seen yet on trail. Trail distances listed in kilometers. I think that's a great idea. Looking to the south, the sky is relatively clear, but as we look to the west, you can definitely see the haze and the smoke already building. Hey, good evening. Well, made it here to camp. It was only a 19.9 mile day, but considering the elevation gain today was 6,076 feet, I'd call that not too bad. But I'm here making some dinner. Well, I'm having dinner here with, what was your name again?
Pulse.
Pulse, yep, from Detroit. And, okay, so I got my dinner here, and that's basically your north side uh, dish. I added some turmeric and some nutritional yeast. And I'm gonna add 2 packets of tuna, one with olive oil and one a little sweet and spicy. So yeah, it should be tasty. Definitely got the hiker hunger going. Hey, good morning. Well, it was actually a pretty good night. Temperatures were perfect, but there was a rainstorm, which is good because clears up the haze a bit and helps with the wildfires. But there was also thunder and lightning, which could potentially spark new wildfires, especially if they're coming behind me. So I gotta keep my eye on the horizon. Here we have the White Ridge Spring. Water, glorious water. And I definitely need it because I woke up this morning, I had 1 full liter and it was 7.9 miles to get here. And I guess I was thirstier than I thought because I ran out of water 3.5 miles ago. So time to camel up and fill up. There are a lot of gear companies that provide the gear and equipment that we have here on the trail, but I want to give a shout out to Cascade Mountain Tech. I'm not sponsored by them, don't worry, but I use their trekking poles, and yeah, they're right there, Cascade Mountain Tech. But one of the poles, the ends, the very tip here, actually broke off. Contacted them, and they sent out a replacement top half portion for it. So hey, when there's good customer service and they honor their warranty, then I definitely want to give a shout out. So Cascade Mountain Tech trekking poles, they do great. They're great poles, and they honor and they stand by their product. Just down the trail is Shasta View Spring, but I gotta be honest, I can't see Shasta anywhere. You guys know that I love a good toilet. But, so I go to this one here and there's about 20 flies. So I'm like, oh, let me check out this one. Check this out. This is like The Exorcist. Wow. I don't know if you can see them. That's because someone left the toilet seat up. But there are flies everywhere in here. Ugh. So I went to the other one. Beyond that mountain ridge line, it looks like either smoke or low-level clouds, but my guess is smoke. So it's still pretty far away, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Hey, good evening. Well, it was actually a pretty good day. Great sights, just the terrain. It was actually really beautiful. Of course, it'd be better if the visibility was better and there was less haze from the smoke. But it was a 28.5 mile day, and things are looking good. So, but I still got about, I don't know, a little over 50 miles in order to get to Etna, and then I'll head southbound. Hey, good morning. Well, we had a little bit more of the thunderstorm activity last night. Hopefully the rains from it helped with the fires, and none of the lightning actually sparked more fires. But hey, I was in my tent and I was actually doing some calculations, and yeah, exactly where I was camping was 1,000 miles on the trail so far. It's been a little weird because most of it was southbound, and then I got a little bit of northbound here, but yeah, 1,000 miles. Well, I just got some impromptu trail magic. While crossing Highway 3 here at Scott Mountain Campground, I used the pit toilets, and then there was a group of 5 hunters from the San Francisco Bay Area, and they gave me chips, beer, energy drinks, Cliff Bars, these other snacks. I mean, it was almost like going to your grandma's house and you're trying to escape, and they're like, no, eat more, eat more. It was great. Gotta love the trail magic and the trail community. Now entering the Trinity Alps Wilderness. Hey, good evening. Well, it was a 27.1 mile day as I continue northbound toward Etna, and I'm here at my campsite with Shreds over there, and Pulse happens to be up there. So, yeah, it's a good actually to camp with other people in the same area. That way, in case the bears come, the other people taste better than we do. Uh, but yeah, going northbound is a little different. But when I'm going northbound, I'm running into southbound hikers, which are people that I had hiked with previously in Washington and Oregon. So yeah, every time you see them, of course, you stop, you say hi, you catch up, and then you explain why you're going northbound. So which that was good. But a couple of them were actually some of the last people to go into Sayad Valley, and they were telling me that there were some parts where the fire and the flames were only 70 yards away, and they're seeing trees fall. So yeah, it's no joke. When they close the trail, and you better stay out of it for your own safety. But I'm gonna think I'm gonna have some dinner and head into Etna tomorrow with hopefully just about a 23 mile. Hey, good morning. Well, it was a little bit of a chillier night than normal, but not too bad. But I did have cellular service for the first time in a few days, and I see that there's a big storm coming in tomorrow. Thunderstorms, lightning, and a lot of rain. I think it may be spin-off outer bands possibly from Hurricane Hillary. So I'll be arriving into Etna today, but I was going to just do a quick turnaround. But I'm thinking with that storm, I might just take a zero there and ride out the storm. But we'll see how things go as we go further on the trail today. There is definitely smoke down there in the valley. And we have arrived at the junction to Etna, California. Now, I could just turn around and go back, but there is that storm coming, and it has intensified based on the latest weather report, so I definitely want to go into Etna. However, as I am a contingency planner, just in case the town was closed, or if for some reason the fire turned me back, I do have enough food to get me here and back to Dunsmuir. But for now, I just got to try to find a ride. Well, I managed to catch a ride into town. Etna's a sweet little town, very quiet, but very relaxing, great place to ride out a storm. So Etna, I'm definitely glad I met you. However, since I'm heading back the same direction that I came up, I probably won't take as many videos, only if I see something that's unique or exciting or something we hadn't seen before. But for now, I gotta hike on. All that rain recently has brought back to life some of these seasonal streams and springs. When we were going northbound, I recall seeing this sign and thinking, hey, there's no sign of Shasta. But when there's actually clear skies, yes, you can. The Pacific Crest Trail. There's less than 10 miles until finishing the trail. It's so surreal. You know, this section, 1,150 miles. You add the 1,500 miles from 2020, 2,650 miles, and we're about to finish. It's hard to imagine. In fact, when I started the trail back in 2020, I don't even think I fully understood or fully fathomed just the enormity of a trail that goes 2,650 miles. And here we are, less than 10 miles from finishing. And I'm gonna have to go back to normal life, whatever that is, and not be able to pee wherever I want. I actually have to find a civilized toilet. Of course, here on trail, we look forward to seeing toilets, but at least I had the option. So yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust to post-trail life. Ugh. Well, it appears that the PCT is now closed in this section that we previously took from the interstate about a week ago, but no problem. We'll just take the suggested alternate on Bob's Hat Trail. And we have arrived at Castle Crags Campground, here in the shadow of Interstate 5. This marks 1,150 miles complete here in the year 2023. You add that to the 1,500 miles completed in 2020, and this completes the Pacific Crest Trail, class of 2020/2023. Wow, it's hard to believe that the Pacific Crest Trail is finally complete. Started back on the 3rd of March 2020 and went 1,500 miles north, all the way here to Castella Dunsmuir Interstate 5. And then, of course, wildfires put the kibosh on going any further in 2020. 2021, 2022, just my schedule didn't work, but finally in 2023, headed southbound and completed the last 1,150 miles. So thank you guys. Thanks everyone for following along on the adventure and the journey and your encouragement and support. And definitely thank you for your support of the charities. And this year being the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. You guys are awesome. You're part of the family. Whether you're on the trail with me or watching these videos, yeah, you guys are really supportive, and I definitely appreciate it. So what happens next, where I go next, still to be determined, but I know there's going to be another trail. Of course, I just finished, and of course I'm hurting. I've lost a lot of weight, and just here in just over 2 months, I've lost probably over 30 pounds. So I'm going to put some of it back on, but not all of it. So, but yeah, there's probably going to be a trail in my future again. So thanks so much. And just let this serve as an example that, just because you can't do something completely your first attempt, well, nothing says you can't do it over 2 attempts. Now, the Pacific Crest Trail, at least these last few years, has been really difficult to complete in one season. Between unusual snow levels, both in the Sierras or in the Cascades, or wildfires, hey, it's okay that you don't finish the trail in 1 year. So, hey, if it takes you 2 years, 3 years, I know people that are section hiking it and taking 10 years to do the whole trail. That's fine. Hike your own hike. And but no matter what, never give up on your dreams, whether they be a 2,650 mile trail or anything. Never stop believing and never give up. Hike on.